2,000 volts straight in her top. Cause my dog can't stay in her spot, yeah. Got this remote on me like in my Glock.
Oh, this is actually so catchy. Hey, what's up, everybody? I am back again. I took a little hiatus there from summer to now because I am, drowning in fucking schoolwork. But, I haven't had the chance to make a lot of videos lately, and I genuinely want to keep content creation going, even if the channel is, like, not really growing. But I had some good growth there for a minute, but, I kind of got lazy because I have school. But I'm back again now. We're going to react to this little video here. This video is by a YouTuber known as WaterCS2. I'm subbed. I watch this guy. He does Valve content, and you should go sub to him if you just enjoy like gaming or Valve specifically content about like Steam Valve, But today we're going to be reacting to this video he made. It's about this the narrative that a lot of these people have been trying to push for a while, the governments and the old people. Video games cause violence, and it's about it in Mexico. Because now Mexico's trying to do a new little thing, but I'll let him get into it. Roll the clip.
For decades, gamers in the US, Europe, and Australia have fought the same argument that violent video games cause real-world violence. And now the US is circling back to scapegoating games. In September 2025, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. claimed mass shootings may be connected to video games, arguing they desensitize youth. So it seems like they're trying to bring up...
I say this is the first fucking retarded claim. Like, dude, you're gonna talk about desensitize the youth, but like, you got women reading erotic books, like these women all the time reading erotic books, and then it's like, what, are they desensitized to erotica now? Like, fuck no. And it's the same with like movies and shows. It's like if you watch a violent movie or show, then you're also getting desensitized. I'm not even gonna try to say it. It's not the problem. The problem really is mental health. But we can keep going.
Up this argument once again. Time magazine called it a convenient scapegoat on October 8th, 2025, noting how blaming Fortnite or Call of Duty dodges gun laws and mental health funding. Mexico...
That's exactly fucking it. I mean, he said it. Like, he's exactly right. They don't want to actually have a solution for this. They just want to, they want to control you more, and they want to, tax you on this, of course, which he's going to get in a little bit into it, but I'm adding to it. Because now Mexico's trying to do this little win-win thing where they can dodge funding mental health and also put a tax on you by taxing 6% on video games. It's ridiculous. Like, they're getting a win-win here. They're trying to control people and make money off of it.
Just approved a proposal to slap an extra 8% tax on some of the biggest games in the world. We're talking Call of Duty, Battlefield, and even GTA 6. The tax is now sitting with the Mexican Senate, where lawmakers have to vote on it by November 15th. The government is officially saying these games are making young people violent and recruiting them into crime. In Europe,
yeah, that's just weird. I know I'm yapping a little bit, but bro, what the fuck do you mean they're recruiting people into violence? I think I know what recruits people into violence: cartel beheadings. Like, this is like one of the countries with the biggest cartel presence and cartel problems. Like, I don't think video games are the thing causing violence in your country. We're worrying about like video games, and you've got like cartels beheading people on video and sending it to the government, and also having government plants. Like, I think there's bigger things to worry about in the Mexican government, and that's just my opinion.
Germany's USK rating system has indexed ultra-violent games like Manhunt 2. Australia outright has refused classification for many other games, making them illegal to sell, leading to Australians having to get the game via VPNs and piracy. Even
makes me enjoy how free this country is. You go to another country, even another state in America, and you realize it's not so free after all. Especially in other countries like Australia, like this whole, and UK too. This whole Online Safety Act thing, which I was gonna make a video. Actually, I did make a video on it. It's fucking bullshit. And sometimes I'm really happy that at least for now in the U.S., we kind of have a functioning, what do you call it? Functioning constitution. So, they can't do shit on that level, but we're getting close. I mean, we got YouTube age verification. I got hit with it on my alt account that I use for music because I like to listen to Mario music. So we're getting really dangerously close, but I think we are, we're still not dealing with this shit just yet.
Full ban on violent video games in 2010, citing school violence. It all kicked off in early September 2025 when Mexico's Ministry of Finance dropped the proposal as a sneaky line in the massive 2026 economic package, buried along with health taxes on sodas and smokes. Fast forward to just a few...
I think this is a big problem in both the US and anywhere else that really does. This is just a big government problem. They love to sneak 1,000 things into one bill or one writ or whatever. I remember this whole thing with the Epstein files a little while ago. They were like, yeah, Republicans denied releasing the Epstein files, but they didn't it wasn't solely about the Epstein files. It was actually the original bill was a crypto deal or something. I obviously can't speak on this. I'm not qualified entirely because I don't even remember exactly what happened. But it was a crypto bill, and then they snuck the Epstein files in there. There's got to be a better way to do this, right? There's you get things like the Big Beautiful Bill, where it's there's a million fucking things in it. We gotta make one contract or one thingy for each one. We can't have this thing where you have Mexico's 2026 economic package. We don't need package bills. Make an individual bill. But they do that to get around, certain, certain people who don't want these things. You'll hear something example here, but taxes getting dropped or something, and then they've snuck in a million other things that suck. And, that happened in the Big Beautiful Bill. All those Doge savings they were boasting about, they ended up spending more in the Big Beautiful Bill because they snuck it in somewhere. They spent $2.6 billion, which, oh boy, if I could spend $2.6 billion, you would never see me again. But I digress.
A few days ago, on October 17th, 2025, the Chamber of Deputies rammed it through, approving the full package after debates. So the Mexican Senate is next to finalize it and make it.
It's one bill. One bill does a million things. It's stupid. We don't need packages, and maybe that's how they do it there, but I don't like that. And maybe I'm just speaking from an uneducated perspective, and but I think I'm right here, at least when it comes to the U.S. government. I didn't like the Big Beautiful Bill because you've got healthcare and taxes and war and all kinds of things in one bill. What even is this bill at this point? We shouldn't have a big bill. It should be a bill for each individual thing so that everybody can look it over. Because maybe one person doesn't want one of the things on there, but they really want another, so they vote for it. But I have a lot of utopian views on how we should do democracy in this country. And I don't know about Mexico. I don't know what they want over there. I mean, they can't want anything. Their frickin' place is overrun with, cartel and whatever, but... no hate to Mexicans, but I really hope things get better over there, especially with the video games. That kind of sucks.
Get official. Specifically, the tax hits games rated C or D under Mexico's classification system, which covers extreme violence, bloodshed.
But I don't even understand. You either go all the way or you don't. Why are we? You're applying a tax. You should just ban the game, right? If you actually care about preventing the violence, you wouldn't be trying to make money off of it.
And graphic adult content. Ratings C and D are equivalent to the ESRB's mature and adult-only rated games. And this won't just be a few games that you may not play. The list of games affected will be massive, including major titles like the upcoming Grand Theft Auto 6, Battlefield, Call of Duty, and many other shooters that are usually rated M for mature, like Rainbow Six Siege. It applies to physical game discs, digital downloads from platforms like Steam or PlayStation, and even microtransactions. All of it gets hit with an extra 8% tax. The proposal states that if platforms like Steam, PlayStation, or Xbox refuse to comply and collect the 8% fee, they could face a temporary nationwide suspension.
Oh, what the fuck? Non-compliance would result in temporary suspension of internet access to the platform. Wow. That's scary. I didn't know they could do that. That's sick.
of service, claiming this tax will help curb.
Yo, I hate to digress here. I've been playing a little bit of Battlefield. Doesn't this game just look so good? Like, all these companies boast about ray tracing, but this game is fully raster. There's no ray tracing in this. Look at how good this shit looks. Look at the tank. Anyway, sorry, I digress.
Crime, and that these games only serve to recruit young people into crime.
If GTA 6 doesn't have ray tracing, I think we'll go a long way when it comes to performance then.
Decades, researchers have been trying to prove this link. Is there a connection between violent video games and real-life violence? And they haven't. The American Psychological Association in 2020 reviewed over 100 studies and concluded there is insufficient scientific evidence to support a causal link between violent video games and violent behavior.
You can link so many other things. There are so many other issues that it would require the government to actually do something about them. It's so easy to do fucking nothing about video games and just use them as a scapegoat for the actual issues that you refuse to fix because you're lazy.
Psychology Today.
And this is everybody. This is Trump. This is 100% of everybody. Every government that does this, which it's pretty much like a lot of them. Like, because, like in RF Kennedy, like everybody uses this as a scapegoat. Even Trump says it. Like, this is not a Democrat-Republican issue. This is a get out of here, you old heads. I want JD as the next president because he's definitely got a bigger scope on young people stuff. And Charlie Kirk should have been president, honestly. Rest in peace. But it's fucking bullshit. Like, we cannot be led like entirely by one old guy or multiple, really a lot of old people. Like, I don't like this whole young rebellious mindset, but we need fresh perspectives on the world because these people don't know how video games work. Like, I think they think that you're like jacking in with like VR or like this takes you to another world, literally. Like, we're taking a little bit out of proportion here. The violence is caused by a number of things that are not video games, and I can list them all off right now if you want me to, because it's pretty much mental health, the cost of living, work pressures, which, I mean, everybody has to work, but, when you have to work like 8 jobs in this economy, it's not easy to not want to kill yourself. But, like, there's just a number of things that can cause somebody to go to the places of violence. And also, like, poverty is a big one in, like, bad areas that causes, like, real gang violence. So I think we're definitely using video games. Like, the video games are probably less than 1% of the issue, but we're trying to call it 100% while not addressing gang violence, drugs, mental health problems, cost of living. I'd say the entire burden of society is part of the issue, and video games are actually the only reason a lot of people don't get violent, because they can not only be violent in video games, but they can also escape from the real life that they live if it's bad. I think escapism, which is what video games and a lot of media are, helps you not be violent. Not even because you're doing violence, but because you can ignore reality for a while. Like, so I think it's probably, it actually probably prevents a lot of violence. Anyway.
He followed up in August, reaffirming no causal link after reviewing 2024 meta-analyses. The first thing gamers point to is the irony. Mexico is a country plagued by severe real-world violence. As one user joked, cartels have a monopoly on violence in Mexico. So
it's bad when Reddit is the voice of reason. Like, Redditors are like, oh, you're being racist. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, can we we can't just deny that, like, cartels are not a big issue there. Like, there's a conspiracy theory that the president is cartel because they killed off other candidates, which I'm not entirely, like, sold on that, because I think it would be pretty hard for, like, cartel tactics to work in the world stage. But the cartel is a massive issue there, and what you guys are, what Mexico is focused on is video games. I think we've got bigger things to focus on. And thank you, Water CS2, for bringing this up, because it is true. It's 100% true.
So instead of tackling massive national security issues, the government is going after the entertainment of its citizens.
Yeah.
During the October 17th votes,
I can't imagine, like, if people have a hard time in America, like, imagine what kind of time they're having in Mexico. Like, you got to live in like a tiny place. Like, okay, I've lived in America my entire life. I've never been outside the country, so my views aren't like, my geopolitical views aren't exactly like 100%. But like, the way I think about Mexico is obviously not Breaking Bad, but like, I know that in Mexico, like, it's not easy there, and they don't exactly make the same amount of money you would here. Like, your dollar doesn't have the same power, which honestly our dollar is losing a lot of power too. But over there, it's definitely harder, and I think video games and the escapism of video games would be one of the only ways that these people could escape their harsh reality over there. And now they want to scrutinize that too. It's ridiculous.
chaos, a lawmaker spoke out, holding a sign that says "Game over to censorship, no to absurd taxes." She argued that no one becomes a criminal by playing games.
Yeah,
there is even currently a petition to express complaints. So it seems pretty clear to many people that this tax likely won't actually curb crime, but is really just a way for the government to raise millions of dollars.
It might sound like I'm talking out of my ass, but like, when you're raised in a bad neighborhood, a lot of people were raised in a bad neighborhood, and like, don't get me wrong here, I'm not trying to be racist. Like, people who grow up in a bad neighborhood, because this could be anybody, they don't always turn out to be the most upstanding citizen. A lot of them end up being gang members. And if you want to call me racist for that, then go change your fucking tampon. But it's true. A lot of people who grow up in these bad neighborhoods end up becoming gang members. So I can only imagine in Mexico constantly being terrorized and scared of the cartel. I mean, one day when you turn 18, you might want to become part of the cartel, you know, and finally have the power that you deserve in your eyes, even if that means doing bad things to good people or innocent people. So I think the violent environment and the struggles of living there, that obviously their government is doing nothing to, you know, remedy it, I think that could be a bigger issue than video games. I mean, I think I could list off like maybe 20 things in Mexico specifically, and I might be off base, that are contributing more to violence, and it's definitely cartel for sure. Like, that's number one.
So if their Senate approves, which seems extremely likely based on the situation.
What is this video? I'm seeing this, like, I have to search this up after I'm done recording here. What is this? If anyone wants to drop it in the comments, because I probably can't read this, but like, I probably won't be able to find it. But like, what the fuck is? Did they really get into this fight over video games?
There will be an extra 8% tax on violent video games starting January 1st, 2026 in Mexico.
Great video. I hate that it played into my my next one, but great video from Water CS2 there. I didn't actually think, like, a lot of people like to label it racist to say that Mexico has some cartel activity, and a lot of these countries do. But my actual, like, ethnic lineage and even national it goes back to countries that have had issues with these types of systems. Like, obviously neither of them actually had any issues with cartels specifically, but the governments there seem to be focused on themselves and making their own money instead of fixing the issues there. And so it ends up becoming just a very not nice place to live in. And I think I don't know what's going on in the Mexican government, but it would be nice, like, they like, something needs to change. And, you know, I don't live there, so it obviously doesn't mean as much to me. And of course I can't speak fully on what the Mexican government should do next the way I could on the American government, but what I can say is that the government there is definitely focusing and scrutinizing against the wrong people, and the wrong things. Like, if you think video games are the problem, just think of, like, the Alamo. Well, not even the Alamo. Like, this is a fucking horrible example, but think of, like, the Wild West in the USA. I'd say that was more violent than we have it now. School shootings, of course. Like actually, it's actually a great point of comparison. Like, think of the contrast between the Wild West shootings back in the Wild West, which, you know, probably exaggerated, but, like, you had, like, common duels, like, people were willing to die over that pride, and there was constantly like shooting and robbing, and like it's fucking like yeehaw, I'm gonna like I can draw faster than you. But nowadays you have like some dude like going to a church and shooting up a bunch of kids, and this dude thinks he's a woman. Like you like there's a stark difference there. Like one is definitely a mental health problem, and the other one is idiocy and pride. Like, and I'll tell you, idiocy and pride goes to the West, because I can't imagine dying over I'm a faster draw than you. But I also can't imagine dying at the hands of some lunatic while being in a church. But I think if you look at the statistics, not even statistics, like the motives for shootings like 200 years ago and now, it's obvious that the motives have changed a lot. You see like mall shootings, like school shootings. You see like there was an airport shooting. Well, it almost happened. This guy went to the airport with like an automatic weapon, which by the way are illegal, and he's a felon. And he planned to shoot up the place. Like the shootings we have now aren't caused by violence in any type of media, or even they're not caused by that. Like the violence before wasn't exactly caused by the newspaper, but the violence now still isn't caused by media like the newspaper or videos on YouTube or video games. It's a mental health issue, and it's an isolation issue, because you have these people that sit in this echo chamber of either Reddit or Twitter or any other site, and they never talk to anybody, and their opinions never clash outside the echo chamber, and so they become this person who thinks it's okay to go and shoot up a school. And that's the problem. I'm not saying get Real ID on social media, even though it's inevitable, but I'm saying we need to do something about the mental health issue, and a big part of it is social media. And so I think I know what's going to happen. Like the government's solution, because they're old, is Real ID. They're old and they want control over us. But the real solution isn't Real ID, because Real ID is just to control us. The real solution is to enact scrutiny upon companies, like social media companies, that don't regulate their platform correctly. I'd say that's YouTube, Twitter, Reddit, Twitch, fucking huge Twitch right there, like the Emaru situation, which I also haven't talked about. I feel so bad for her, and especially because Twitch did nothing about that. They gave the guy a 30-day ban for sexually assaulting a streamer on camera, which is insane. But what needs to happen and what won't happen is there needs to be scrutiny put upon all these companies that allow violent rhetoric, violent echo chambers in general. They need to be completely scrutinized against by the government. We can't have this happening anymore. This happens because the government, not even the government, but because people will go on these sites or on these even chat rooms, they'll go on places, and when you're on Twitter or Reddit, I've noticed something. When you're on Twitter or Reddit, you're on Twitter and you're getting like blasted constantly with right-wing opinions, and so you think everybody in the world is a right-winger. And not only that, but you think all the right-wing opinions are correct. And you think all the radical, because yes, there's extremely radical right-wing opinions on there. A lot of them. And radical, like, racist and all this stuff. And you think that this is the reality and all this is okay. And then you go to Reddit and everybody's talking about radically left-wing opinions, and I'm going to cut my kid's dick off, and I'm going to go and fuck Christians, and I'm happy Charlie Kirk died, and I'm happy that more Christians dead. But and then that leads the people who see those things. It's an endless loop on both sites, where all this rhetoric is allowed to fly, and people think that, they see so much of it because it's allowed to fly, and then they think it's normal, so they start doing it too. And then they don't talk to other people either, so they think it's okay in real life because their opinion on that never clashes with anybody else. And if it does, it's with their friends who are also leftists or rightists. So I guess to put that all into one concise package, before we get Real ID, Twitch, Reddit, YouTube, Twitter, get your shit in fucking check. Moderate your platform, for fuck's sake. Because I don't want Real ID on this fucking thing. And I don't want the government to step in either. I don't need government control and everything. Just get it together. Like, the reason why this guy sexually assaulted Emeru is not... It's not even because... Yes, I mean, he had motives. But the reason why is because Twitch has allowed that to become a norm. That type of freaky, weird behavior to become a norm. I bet, I looked at the footage, and this guy, I think he thought he was in an anime scene where he just met his soulmate, and he's, like, walking up to kiss her, like, yeah, we are finally united. Like, the person in question had nobody to clash that opinion with, and nobody to give them a reality check. They just had Twitch streamers to reinforce that false reality. And like, Twitch needs to scrutinize against streamers who, like, affirm realities, and overall every social media platform needs to stop allowing these false realities to be affirmed, taught, and encouraged, because people think that all black people suck, or people think that all white people suck, and people think that all women suck, and people think that all men suck, and people think that, there's so much hate. And it's so normalized to think that one big group of people fucking sucks. But then, you never, like, a lot of people who hold those opinions never actually go outside and talk to anybody in real life to ask what a real person thinks. It's all a bunch of chronically online people who are bouncing these opinions off of each other, and of course they approve of it. It's like an endless murderous cycle. And so, to make a long story short, yeah, that's about it. I mean, we got to stop allowing this to run rampant on every platform. And this is why, the violence isn't caused by video games. It's caused by people who think it's okay because other people told them it was okay, and other sources told them it was okay. And these sources aren't official. These are Redditors, these are Twitter users, these are, even YouTube ads. I've seen a lot of YouTube ads that go way above the line. I've even seen borderline CP. I've seen full-on porn. It's not even, we've crossed that barrier a long time ago. But anyway, that's going to be about it. Thank you for watching. I'm very happy that I've been able to do a video again, even if it's about something so fucking stupid like an 8% tax on video games. And I think you should be expecting more to come about, more reaction videos to come. I kind of enjoyed this. I went a lot longer than I thought I would for a 4-minute video. Anyway, peace out.